Hello YouTube fans, this is TheSkulKlown here to review Thor Ragnarok, and welcome to Season 13 of TheSkulKlown. Now, without further ado, let's get started with this awesome movie. And to be quite honest, when I almost showed up late to the movie, so I didn't saw the beginning of the movie. I saw the part, once I went to the film, already you saw Thor trying to figure out something, and then all of a sudden, boom, Loki appeared, because I think Loki was trying to hide himself, obviously, trying to pretend he's his father or something like that, disguise himself as his father. I think that was happening. And then Thor saw it through Loki, and Thor was like, that's Loki, obviously. So that's how I started with the film. I'm sorry I didn't start with, the beginning, but I was late to the beginning, sorry. But that does not mean I didn't watch the whole movie. I did. I was kind of pissed because, because it was kind of late. But, because I like to watch movies from the beginning to end. I don't like to be like, oh, it just started. I'd be like, no, seriously. How many minutes has it been? It just started. I don't care. Has it been 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes? I have to watch this movie all over again. I'm that type of person. I'm sorry. But eventually I'll watch this movie again. But moving on. Is this movie good? To be honest, it's really good. And I want to tell you about... Did I watch the other Thor movies? No. I did not watch the other two Thor movies. Why? Mainly because I thought they were just half-assing it. The trailers of Thor 1 and 2, I really didn't like. It's like you taking the character and you're putting them in New York. Yeah, I never seen that before. That's why I didn't see it, because I thought it was gonna be one of those Marvel movies that were bad, even though I heard it was pretty good. The second one I heard it was terrible. But anyways, mixed reviews of the Thor trilogy. If you really think about 1, 2, and 3, I'm not talking about the whole Marvel universe. That's different. But this movie is great. I love that it ties in with Doctor Strange, literally, and I love Doctor Strange. And it literally takes place right after Doctor Strange, when Doctor Strange is like, well, let me continue on. They go to New York, most likely it's New York, and they're trying to figure out a way how to go back to Asgard. Then all of a sudden a portal happens, and Lucas, darling, Loki goes inside the portal, and he's like, Loki? Thor is like, Loki? And then all of a sudden, they get and then Thor gets transported to where Doctor Strange is, which is really cool. I like that. And then Doctor Strange is looking through stuff, and Thor's like falling, hitting through walls and everything like that. It's actually pretty fun. It's like one of the highlights of the whole movie. This movie has a lot of highlights, especially Bruce, especially Bruce. Holy shit, Incredible Hulk is hilarious in this movie. I love Incredible Hulk. I mean, look, this is my toy that I've been having since I was 10 years old. Yes, this Incredible Hulk is based on the Bad Hulk movie. Oh, then you suck. Anyways, Hulk is amazing in this movie. Thor is amazing. All the actors are amazing here too. And Jeff Goldblum steals the show. I'm sorry, Jeff Goldblum steals the show. And before I did watch this movie, I watched a little bit of Nostalgia Critic and Doug Walker and Rob Walker's video of it, of sibling rivalry. And they did mention that the camera angle that looked so awesome, like first it's looking at the floor, and then it moves up, and it's so cool how they did that camera angle. They're pointing at the floor, and then all of a sudden it's like a 360-degree angle to become the real shot. It's so amazing how they did that, but I'm getting way too ahead of myself. What's this story? This basically, Thor is trying to go back to Asgard and try to, bring his brother back also, and obviously, Doctor Strange helps them, which is cool, and that does happen. They do go to Asgard, but something happens, and they go to this place. I forgot what's the name called. I apologize. But it is beautiful. It is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And at some moments in the movie, Thor does tell Loki, hey, maybe you can rule here. It fits your nature, And Loki is kind of like, Maybe he does. You know, Loki's kind of getting into it, and I love Loki. I love Loki since forever. Even before the Avengers 1, I loved Loki. He's such a badass character. And the actor that's playing Loki, he just made it more awesomer. And I love their chemistry in the freaking movie. It is a sibling. It is. It's like brothers talking and all that. And most people might say, oh, Loki's a bad person. No, he does bad things, but he's not a bad person. Now, Hela, by the way, she is the goddess of death. She is the worst type of human. She's not a human at all. She is the goddess of death. She is the worst type of goddess ever to live. And I almost forgot that she was brothers with Loki and Thor. I don't know why I forgot about that. I just did. I'm sorry, but there you go. I hope I'm not spoiling too much here, guys. If there's a spoiler, if I said any spoilers, comment down in the section, because I'm going to try to not spoil too much here until I do my re-review of Thor Ragnarok, which I can't wait till I re-review it once I get the DVD, watch it, and all that. And I do want to get the other Marvel movies so I can just have this whole collection, but we all know eventually Marvel will release that collection like crazy, like a motherfucker, and I will buy it the first day it comes out. $100, you got my money right there, Marvel. Oh yeah, $100 for that Marvel collection. Fuck yeah. Oh yeah, it means business. And when this movie has beautiful visuals, the acting is pretty good. And again, I go back to the visuals. The visuals are really great. They did pay a reference to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. It was just kind of funny. Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. You know, when I heard that song in the movie, I was just like, movie. You're not the only movie to do that, because next year, Ready Player One is going to do that. Of course, Ready Player One is going to have the theme song of Pure Imagination, which they should. I mean, they have it in the trailer, so I don't know why they won't have it in the movie. But in this, I actually like it in this movie. First, you scratch your head, like, why did you put Pure Imagination here? But if you really think about it, they put it, Pure Imagination, there to show what Jeff Goldblum's place is. Jeff Goldblum's kingdom looks fucking awesome. It is amazing. And him just standing on top of the freaking, stadium, all tall and CGI. I mean, that's, well, yeah, CGI, but all like all hologramish and everything, and tall as fuck. I fucking love that. That is awesome. And Jeff Goldblum being Jeff Goldblum the way he is, and I love it. He's like, yes, of course, my people. And the thing is, you have this woman that always says like bad things, and Jeff Goldblum is like, the fuck is wrong with you? No, nothing that. Don't call them slaves. Don't say the S word. Prisoners. And he's like, see, that's more like it. I love the whole cast in this movie. It's like Doctor Strange. It's like the Marvel. It's like, well, any other Marvel movie. No shit. But it is so much fun. This movie is fun, and yes, it does tell you the story. Obviously, it gives you Planet Hulk. It gives you Thor Ragnarok. It gives you what you want. And is it good? It is good. And I love that when Hulk becomes Bruce Banner, he's like, what the fuck just happened? I can't be Hulk anymore, so I will stay in Hulk mode. And then there was one moment when Bruce Banner was like, I got this. Watch me. I'm sorry. If any of you guys know what I'm talking about, that is the most hilarious shit I have ever saw. I thought Bruce Banner literally killed himself. I'm like, did you just kill Bruce Banner? Obviously, they won't do that, but for a moment, you're like, he just committed suicide. His like leg is on top of his head, and he's like, The actor that plays Bruce Banner / Hulk never change. Never change, guys. Never change. All of you actors never change. Yes, it brought a tear to my eye. That's how funny it was to me. And the movie theater wasn't dying as much, but when you really think about it, this movie's fucking hilarious. This movie it didn't make me laugh a lot because I was still angry, but slowly I stopped getting angry and I was just enjoying the movie. And fuck, this movie's amazing! It is, it's so good. It's everything that you want in a Thor movie. This is what I wanted in my Thor movie from 1 and 2. I didn't watch 1 and 2 because the trailers didn't appeal to me. And I thought it was just going to be a generic piece of shit like, oh, you know, there's a superhero. Then he goes to New York. What am I doing here? You know, they did that with Wonder Woman and that was great. But with Thor, it's just... And then, I'm not the only one that agrees with this. Marvel agrees with it too. That's why they took the human characters out. And that's why there's not really a human character in Thor Ragnarok except for one, which is Bruce Banner. And not even because he's like a mutant, you know? If you really call him a mutant if you want to. But I adore this movie. The fight scenes are great. Zeus is great. The actor that plays Zeus, I think it's the guy from I think it's the guy that played this guy from fuck, I forgot his name. But I totally forgot the actor's name, but I'm sorry. I keep forgetting names lately. I apologize. But everyone does great in this movie. I do love the part when I just love I love the family aspect of this movie because you have the brothers that, yes, they treat each other like shit, but they know they treat each other like shit, but they love each other and they love treating each other like shit. And I love that. That's awesome. It's almost like, fuck you. Well, fuck you. You know? I love those two guys. And knowing that they have a sister of Hela, by the way, the actress that plays Hela, spot on, fucking beautiful, sexy. Oh, hell yeah. Every time Hela was on screen, I want to tap it. Yes, I want to fuck her. Yes, I'm sorry. She was that attractive to me. Oh, God. Hello. I might just have a Hela poster coming soon. Fuck, I love this movie. What do you guys think about this movie? Do you think it was epic? Do you think it was what you wanted in a Thor movie? I know I did. And as a fan of Hulk, especially Planet Hulk, I haven't read the comic book of Planet Hulk, but I've seen the movie of Planet Hulk, the animated movie, and I fucking love it. I think it's amazing. I wish there was a standalone Planet Hulk movie, but, you know, we got this. And to be honest, I don't mind. And in a way, you could watch Planet Hulk and watch Thor Ragnarok and be like, it's kind of a sequel. You don't have to think like that, but you can imagine it's like that, you know? But if you don't want to imagine, just imagine that you're imagining it. Just imagine, you know. Remember, let's not be creative at all, because being creative is creepy as fuck. But anyways, this is the TheSkulKlown signing off. Thank you guys for watching. I could have kept going with this movie, but I didn't want to spoil so much at this movie, because there's an actor also in this movie. He's an African-American guy. He has this freaking sword that Hela is coming after. And also, Loki and Thor are trying to have it too, just to, you know, make sure Hela doesn't get it, obviously. And it is awesome. And the part when Hulk goes after Ragnarok is actually fucking hilarious. But I want to punch the big guy. Forget about smashing. I love Hulk and Thor's chemistry in this fucking movie. It is solid gold. Solid gold. And before I do close, that moment when Hulk does see Black Widow and he goes back to Bruce Banner, I always love those moments about the Beast seeing the beauty and then the Beast calms down. I always love that aspect. I always loved it. That's why I love this guy. I love this guy always. And you know what? It almost brought a tear to my eye, because I love Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow. I think she's awesome and sexy in that role. Too bad we won't get a standalone Black Widow movie, because Hollywood kind of doesn't trust her with a standalone movie, which sucks. But what are you going to do, you know? Again, enjoy this movie. I know I did. Hulk smashed a lot in this movie, especially Thor. You kicked his ass really hard. Like, shit. I hope you enjoy the movie, and I hope you enjoy this review. See ya.